Well, live here on another episode of Coasting and wandering aimlessly in the snowy streets of Toledo, Ohio. A little bit of the real broadcasters of the ECHL look. Have no idea where we're going to end up on this little snowy walk here, but pleased to be joined by the much warmer Evan Pivnik of the Adirondack Thunder and Cam Maguire, who just had a little snowy incursion himself last week in Worcester, Massachusetts. But another episode of Coasting, season 2, episode whatever at this point. Boys, it's wind chill of like 6 here. Just wandering around, give you a little look. It's pretty snowy here outside the old Renaissance Toledo downtown hotel. About 6, 7, 8 inches of snow on the ground, 4 more coming, and I'm doing my best Jim Cantori out here. How's everything going with you guys?
I'm good. I'm just happy that you're safe for now. Again, I don't want you getting blown away by the wind gusts of Northwest Ohio over there, Fighter. But are you making a stop at Pizzapopolis or any of the places in Toledo?
Everything's closed here. I find it to be a very soft reality that there's 5 or 6 inches of snow on the ground. And everything is like, we tried to set up a team meal, and like the places that we called, we're like, oh, we're not sure whether we can stay open given the historic snow event. And the predictions have, as they always tend to be less than what they actually predict. But Cam, I know last week, welcome to the show, the voice of the Worcester Railers, Cam Maguire here. Cam, yeah. I know you had perhaps the best, and the reason why I wanted to go out in the snow is I'm just mimicking you at this point, because last week you had one of the best videos ever on ECHL social media. No fans were allowed at the DCU Center, but tell us about how you made the best of it there.
Well, I want to first off start off. Can you flip your camera around? I don't know if there's that much snow out there.
There really isn't.
Yeah, I really.
It's a soft reality here. I mean,
yeah, he might be faking a little bit. I mean, not even. I don't.
Your foot's not even making a dent.
I know. Well, a lot of it's been shoveled away. They do a great job in the city of Toledo, Ohio. But I mean, it's a soft. I'm living in a snowy, but also not that snowy reality. Cam, go ahead.
The things that if you were to fall right now and the phone would just go piling over. Oh, I'm talking. But I mean, last weekend we had a huge storm. I guess they called it a nor'easter, but we were busing back on Friday night from Maine and got back around 1 a.m. So we only had like a little bit of flurries for the last 30 minutes or so. Woke up Saturday morning. There still really wasn't that much snow on the ground, but then as the day progressed, like driving to the DCU Center, and you couldn't see more than like 10 yards. The wind was absolutely crazy, and then it just snowed all day. So there was a travel ban put into place, so we weren't allowed to have fans at the DCU Center, and we made the most of it. We had our Zamboni driver who had like the cardboard box cutouts with the signs written on it, and he actually ended up on the Bar Down account on Instagram and Twitter. So that was pretty cool to see. And then obviously with our shenanigans in the good old streets of Worcester last week with our friend Trax and a couple of our front office members, just having some fun. And I've been dealing with some congestion issues all week. That video probably is contributing about 60% of that. So, you just got to do what you got to do for the content. And if it's having a stuffy nose for the next 5 days, it is what it is.
Yeah, for sure. And I'd like to thank there's a number of hardworking folk of Northwest Ohio, the gritty, resilient folks of Northwest Ohio. You're live here on Coastin. This gentleman here had been out here for probably a couple hours clearing out the snow.
Yeah, get him on the show. Get him on the show, Fighter.
I'm trying. He's driving away from me, bro. What
Chase
am I
him.
supposed to
Start
do?
running. You saw me running in the snow. Let's go.
A little back up. Yep. Backing up here. Sir, welcome to Coastin.
This is not planned, folks that are watching. You're not going to go talk to him?
No,
he doesn't have the FloHockey waiver form.
He hasn't signed a FloHockey waiver form, nor do I believe him to be a premium member of FloHockey. So I not that excludes you. We're a very inclusive podcast, of course, but Cam, that video that you did last week, man, that was as good as it gets. I know we just asked what did the office, that's what I really want to know. The real office reaction here. of that video?
The video itself, I guess, stemmed from I don't know if you guys know Stuart Feiner from Barstool Sports. He's one of my favorites. He's literally just famous not only for like gambling, but he literally just screams in front of the camera like all the time, and his extracurricular activities kind of allude to that. But Stu always does these videos where he just screams that he's ready to roll. And actually, one of our staff members, because I've been quoting Stu for like the last 8 months. Jackie, shout out to Jackie. She bought me a shirt that like the Stu Feiner ready to roll shirt. Looking back on it, I probably should have worn that when I was running through the snow. But no, we got a couple of our staff members involved, and it was a lot of fun. The part where we filmed the staff members up top, that was on top of the garage right next to the DCU center. So like when I mean the wind was like whipping, like the wind was like howling. We had Paul Harris, our community relations manager.
Pablo.
He was holding the camera. I think he's still trying to thaw out his fingers from that one.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. It was a lot of fun. It was just kind of like one of those moments that we were in the office. We knew we weren't going to have fans, and it was really just kind of a spur of the moment video, and it was all hands on deck.
Sounds like the theme of Coastin right there, spur of the moment. Cam, you're a guy. You're from out in the Midwest. You're a Wisco guy. What's going on with you in Worcester?
Yep.
Though? How'd you get from Wisco to Worcester?
Yeah. So I mean, are you asking like how I like ended up here?
No, like the route you took.
Oh, the route, like career path, or like did I take a car? Did I take a plane? Maybe a train? What's the question?
We're just asking, like, give us your resume here on Indeed. How'd you end up to be the voice of the Worcester Railers? Come on.
All right. Well, I should just flash like my PDF resume so I don't have to explain it. But no, I went to school out in Chicago, Lake Forest College, graduated there, and in May of 2019, and there he is.
You almost got clipped, Feiner.
There he is.
You should have stuck a leg out.
That would have been live too. That would have been awesome. But no, anyways, I graduated college in May of 2019, just outside Chicago, and was obviously wanted to get in professional hockey, specifically the play-by-play and media relations side of things. So was lucky enough to kind of have an opening here in Worcester, and with you guys and kind of learn the ropes from him for my first year, and now Eric's kind of passed the torch on, and it's kind of the show here in Worcester. So it's been a lot of fun, and I've loved my time here, and like you guys, just really happy to be back playing hockey this year.
What impact does Eric Lindquist have on your professional career? He's one of the guys he would have been a great Coastin guest. We could probably still get him as a guest.
Oh yeah,
in the ECHL. Oh,
I want the cat, the bar cat, the cat from that bar that bites people or scratches. That's who I want on Coastin more than Eric. But Eric would be good too.
No, he was great. I mean, like I've got so many stories, whether we can share some of them or we can't share some of them. But like all in all, like realistically, like, I think one of the biggest things that I learned from him and that he taught me was like don't take yourself too serious, right? Like have fun with it, and at the end of the day, like it's a long season. Like if you end up doing the same thing like every single day, like you're gonna get so bored of like reading the same numbers, the same stats. So when you can do kind of stuff like that with the videos, with as stupid as it seems, it was like our highest viewed video in the last months of myself and our mascot running through the streets and getting our front office members. So that was one of the biggest things I learned, was just not taking yourself too serious, and just having fun with it. And like I said, that's one of the biggest things I've learned from him, because he certainly has a lot of fun, as we all know.
Oh, he has tremendous fun. I remember updating him throughout the pandemic as some of his favorite spots around Glens Falls closed one by one. And I texted him, I think his place, Bar Food, was one of his favorite places. And I texted him that it closed. Whew. And he called me, but I think the second I sent the text message, and he just, for a minute, just yelling at me. He goes, you only text me when there's bad news. There's never anything positive that comes out. So I told him I was just trying to keep him in the loop, because if he got to Glens Falls and Bar Food was closed without him knowing beforehand, that would have been a bigger situation.
Oh, absolutely. No, he's sure he's still around and always checking in, and whenever we're on the road, the first question that'll ask when we come back, where'd you go to eat? What restaurant did you go? Did you go to Raoul's? Did you go to Bar Food? No, Eric. Bar Food has been closed like a year now. I did not go to Bar Food.
Boys, I'm going soft on us here. I'm sorry. I've become soft. It's a little cold out, and I'm walking back inside of the hotel. We will continue the episode of Coastin here as I open the door. I'm really sorry for the slight interruption. I feel like
you guys are in the Marriott, you said? The Renaissance?
No, there's the Renaissance. It used to be the Park Inn or Park something.
Oh, it rebranded.
It's the Renaissance. Yeah. No. The host hotel is a new host hotel. The one during the pandemic was like under construction. So
anyway, you could get like a live interview like inside the lobby, maybe with like a citizen from Cincinnati, maybe like the bellhopper to like ask them about the weather. I'm sure people are like sick and tired of us by now.
Well, potentially, I'm gonna look around here. It's a little empty.
There's no mask mandate out there either.
Dude, it's Ohio. It's Northwest Ohio. It's not just Ohio. Like, relax.
Sorry. I lived in Northwest Ohio for 4 years. I enjoyed my time there tremendously. Toledo, I've been quite a bit, and I enjoy my time there in the Glass City. The school up north, as the Bowling Green people called it, T-Sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a real thing.
Piver, you guys had a little fun last night against the Fort Wayne Comets. What happened there in the third period? Because you were chuckling a little bit on.
Yeah, sometimes
the game's so serious. Why are you doing laughing on the air? Come on, it's so serious. It's the premier AA, man.
It's as Cam says, I'm another one who doesn't like to take himself too seriously. So, in the third period last night's game, it was a little bit of pushing and shoving between the Comets of Fort Wayne and the Thunder of Adirondack, Glens Falls, as we'll say. There was a little altercation. Robbie Payne kind of fell down in front of the Comets bench, and a couple players poked him, I guess, with their sticks as he was laying down on the ice, and Robbie wasn't too happy about it. And he decided to take on 4 or 5 members of the Comets bench from the ice. And as that was happening, he was getting punched. He was getting held back by a couple other Thunder players. And kind of got a little bit out of hand, and took the officials about 8 or 9 minutes to get everything sorted out. But it just sets the tone for the full weekend, because we're playing them Friday, Saturday as well of this week. Again, today is February 3rd. So it should be a fun weekend. And it's always nice to, like, you get to see Fort Wayne a lot now, Finer, but we never get to see Fort Wayne. This is only the 4th, 5th, and 6th time we're ever going to play them. We have played them in franchise history. So it's nice to see a new team, and a team that has a lot of grit behind them too, because it's forcing our guys to step up a little bit grit wise, and it's going to be a fun series. And our fans are happy about it too, because as you guys know, you see the same teams over and over again in your division. So this is our last out of division game, or series rather, for the rest of the season.
What's wrong with seeing Worcester again?
I never said anything bad about seeing Worcester. I mean, I have to see you, and that stinks. But no, I have to give Cam a shout out here, because Cam hooked me up with a pair of Worcester Railers holiday socks that was a giveaway, and then he gifted me a bowling pin water bottle that was also a giveaway.
Wow!
And by gifted on the last one, he stole it out of his intern's hands to give to me.
Hey, I borrowed it. From
so I have to give it back. So now it becomes my problem.
No, I gave him a different pair.
Okay. But Worcester has really awesome giveaways, and I just want to be a part of the giveaways, because as broadcasters, you kind of feel odd taking away an item that is intended for the fans.
Dude, you're missing out, man.
You do? You feel weird about that?
We've got the Trax bobblehead tomorrow.
Save me one of those.
Or no, Saturday, February 5th.
Save me one of those.
Dude, those are like premium item. Those things cost like $8.
Yeah, that's why I feel bad.
You guys know that bobbleheads cost like $8. Per bobblehead. That goes under the premium item category. All right, you bring me that on Saturday. We'll do a swap. Yeah, bring me that Saturday.
We don't play you we play you
next Saturday, the 12th.
Yeah.
13th,
I'll bring you a Gunner bobblehead, dog.
All right, we'll do a swap.
Did you see the the Cleveland Monsters the other day in the AHL had a Cleveland Rocks night. Did you guys see that?
Cleveland
And they had
Rock Night?
Cleveland Rocks, yeah. And they had a Dave Grohl bobblehead doll from the Foo Fighters. Because he's from Warren, Ohio.
Wow.
Speaking of Ohio, Connor. And it was a really cool bobblehead. And I exhausted all my options to try to get it. And I ended up buying one on eBay.
How much?
Awesome. $8.
Undisclosed.
No, it was double digits.
Oh, wow.
It was
that's like three days of Coast per diem right there, just out the window, on a bobblehead.
It was about a day of Coast per diem.
A day. Double digits. Okay.
His next road trip, he hasn't eaten for 3 days. The guy's like, dude, why haven't you gone to lunch or anything? He's like, see this bobblehead? That's why.
That's pretty cool.
Bobblehead. Yeah, but it was cool, and I got in touch with every person I ever knew. I think who was involved or stepped foot in the city of Cleveland. Utica was there the day after, and I messaged a couple of their front office people who I knew were going to travel to Cleveland the next day.
Speaking of Utica, have you guys talked yet on the show about Frank the Tank at Adirondack? Has that come up?
Oh, not yet.
No.
Are you guys waiting for that, or is that something that's open for discussion? Because that was absolutely incredible.
Everything's open for discussion here.
Can you just tell us kind of how that event, how you kind of line that up, and obviously the wonderful performance by Frank?
Yeah, so it was kind of organic the way it all came together with Frank the Tank and Coach Doug's. It was really cool. I've noticed that since Frank's a Devils fan, he follows us on Twitter, and he'll retweet random things. We'll have a coat drive, and he'll retweet it for some reason.
That's
I'm
unreal.
Okay, yeah. So I've noticed our coat drive tweets do well or whatever. And because I'm why are these doing well? And I noticed that Frank Fleming from Barstool Sports retweets it. And I'm okay.
You're like Piv's. No, Piv's like, no, I've just done a really good job marketing it. That's why.
Absolutely,
the coat drives are big engagement drivers in Glens Falls.
Yeah,
it's cold. It's cold there.
We did actually donate over 300 coats to the Salvation Army. Not a big deal for that, but that's neither here nor there. So I reached out to Coach Doug's. It was after another one of the tweets that I put out went viral. When we did the Dan Flash's jerseys from I Think You Should Leave, Coach Doug's loved those. We never actually made the jersey. We would love to make the jersey, but still a work in progress. But it did really well online, and he wanted a jersey, and he DM'd me. But
not a big deal.
Person behind it. Big deal. So I said, we'd love to have you come to a game. Sometimes, he's moving up to the area, and I said, sure, come to the game. Bring Frank. Do whatever you guys want to do, and then I got a message from them saying that, we're thinking about January 7th because Utica is playing at home the next day, and Utica is only 90 minutes from here. So I said, sure, whatever you guys need, give you guys a table, give you guys whatever seats you want. And then you can do, the intermission shoot to win challenge, because we're trying to think of something to do with them that, it'll be fun. So how funny would it be to see two units, as they call themselves, go up to center ice and take a couple of shots to try to win some money? They get out there, and the crowd gives them a little round of applause, and you're expecting these guys to shank shots. I think Doug's went first, and he missed by 25 feet to the right, and then Frank hit his first shot. So in the first iteration of you have to take a shot from the blue line and then a shot from the red line. And the shot from the blue line, there are 3 holes in the little thing that covers the net. So he got the first one on the right side, and then when you go to the red line, there's only 1 hole right in the middle. So Frank took his second shot, and it just missed, but he got another opportunity at the second shot, and he nailed it from center ice. So he hit both his shots, and no one has ever hit both of their shots.
Did he have any warm-up shots, or he literally just went out there? Did he warm up earlier in the day?
Nope. No, he just went out onto the ice and took 3 shots. 2 of them went straight in. And it was unbelievable. The crowd went nuts.
Oh, man.
Everyone started chanting
the video
Frank the Tank.
was everywhere. Everywhere. It was over 1 million views, right? At least
4.5 million views.
Jesus.
And that was just on Twitter alone. So you add in like Instagram and all the other stuff. So it's like, and Twitter is hard. It's hard to go, pull those numbers on Twitter, not a big deal. But it's I just dropped my pen. But
that better make the when was that? That was January?
January 7th.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for our social media report or monthly.
It's not going to be on there.
That's got to
because Twitter's not on there.
Why not?
Dude, since we get it every month, man. Since what is it, September 2019? It's not available anymore.
Yeah, because Twitter has their own analytics.
Right. They have their own. What
I'm
about
going to
Instagram?
reply all.
Is that on Instagram or something? You better reply all. You better.
It didn't do well on Instagram because it was already on Barstool's Instagram. Like
what happened with you better have put an email into the league with that social media person. I don't know who it is that does the social media for the league and say, let's go here. Let's go.
Yeah, we definitely. I definitely need to just at the one person who does social media for the league.
Like that might be not only the month, like might be the year, like the highest video view of the year.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
I'm just trying to get you credit. I'm just trying to get you credit, man.
And I'm absorbing.
Did you guys see the? You know how like hockey players will do the thing where they like flip the puck to the person in the crowd, like during warm-ups, like it happens in every building now. The kid has the sign. I saw that Kansas City had one that had 8 million Facebook views. I'm like, how the heck does this happen? It's just a video of a the rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, we did one of those a couple weeks. Yeah. That had 8. What did it have?
8 million. If you look
on
at the
Twitter?
last social media report. No, on Facebook.
Oh. Well, I didn't post. I posted ours on Twitter and Instagram. It did fine, but like I guess that's a shame on me for not putting it on Facebook.
Hey, if you're over the age of 55 and on Facebook, that must have
been the same time that I was twisted upside down trying to reconnect the FloHockey cables for Piv's audio.
Yeah,
I think that's maybe why I forgot.
Hey, that bettered everyone. It wasn't just me. So for some reason, every single time I've ever gone to Worcester since the 17-18 season, which was my first year, there's always been a problem with ECHL TV. Finer, I don't know if you've had the same problem with now FloHockey, but there's always been an issue. Whether it's like I plug in the feed and it only comes through one ear, like it changes my whole board. So now, this season with FloHockey, since it's our first with FloHockey, for some reason, it would come in all like robotic sounding. I don't know why it was.
Well, no, that's just because you were talking in the robot voice.
Yeah, I turned
that's why. It wasn't actually a Worcester problem. It was a Piver problem.
I agree. And then finally, I think Gabby got fed up and said, we need to fix this. So she sent Cam to the little room down below the press box.
Yeah.
Cam, famished as he was for a 3:00 game without his lunch being in at 1:15, you can see him trembling because he still.
Oh yeah.
He wanted the pasta in the media room in Worcester. He had to rewire the little encoder, and he got it back up and running, and sounding is better than ever.
It might have been the best night we've ever had in Railers history. Both sides, home and away.
Both sides.
But then Piv, I don't know if you heard this. So then everything was great. That was what? Was that a Saturday, Sunday?
It was a Saturday, Sunday. So this is the Sunday because I didn't have audio on Saturday.
On Saturday, it didn't work. Yeah. We'll talk about that later, different time. So, but Sunday was awesome. So then we go to Maine last Friday, and then we're playing Fort Wayne Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday we obviously can't have fans, so the FloHockey made the game with you could watch the game without subscription. No, it's not free. It's without subscription. You're right, without subscription. That's what I was. That was the language that I was supposed to use was without subscription, not free. So I'm just trying to make sure that we're all on the same
subscription.
Page. Sorry, this is a FloHockey podcast.
But anyway, so like this is like no joke. This is going to be like our highest watch game of the year. Like no one can come to the game. We couldn't have a radio broadcast because they couldn't get someone in the station to produce the game. So we are literally only on free hockey, and you can watch it without subscription.
Free hockey or
free hockey?
Without subscription.
Did I say free hockey?
Free.
Now I got the free.
Say that.
Now I got the free in my mind.
It's without subscription.
FloHockey offered the game without subscription. Okay, there we go. But so we're going on like this is like gonna be great. Like we've got like we're gonna be showing all our intermission stuff like in between the whistle. Like we've switched everything up. Like really excited. So, anyways, like go to the game. We got the away audio going. Shane's audio is going. Home audio, nothing. Just dead silent. Not even like muffles. Nothing. So I'm on the phone texting. Then they get it to the point where it's Shane from Fort Wayne. His audio is going on the home and away. So I'm like, game's already started. I'm down in that room underneath that you guys know so well. We end up scoring 9 seconds into the game, franchise record. I'm like in there, like on my hands and knees, like wiring, and I'm like, oh, I just hear the goal horn, and I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, it's way too. I'm like, I don't even think the game started yet. So I run out. We're up 1-0, like 9 seconds in. Long story short, we score like 3 goals in the first like 5 minutes. I miss all of them. I'm like, I'm down there rerouting. I'm on the phone. Like, eventually we ended up getting to work. I still don't really know how, but my new thing is that I like the FloHockey people. I like they watching this maybe, but I like say that we're gonna start our broadcast like 45 minutes before, so that way I can like test the audio. I like doing that instead of going into the self-service portal. I think it's
Cam.
more reliable.
Here's your key. You can go on the Twitter live cut. And
well, so I do that too.
Yeah,
but don't listen to this. One game you could hear like. So I have my intern who's clipping, and he can hear it, but then we go on the stream and there's nothing.
Yeah, that happened.
So now I can't. Yeah, and you were there for that. Yeah,
it happened to me too.
I can't trust that, so that's why I have to do it. But that is a good suggestion.
Okay, sorry. I mean,
no, it's fine. It's a good suggestion.
I was trying to give you suggestions without subscription over here also.
No, I mean, for people that are watching like around the league, like other people that might have difficulties, like that's a good starting point. But like I'm just saying right now, it might not be the solution. It might not be the solution. Yeah, it's a good starting point, but it might not be the solution.
You know, Cam, you could copy the link of the live cut and send it to people to watch. Just letting you know.
You can make it public.
No, you can keep it private. You can make it. You keep it private. Yeah, there's a link that pops up.
How many people have you given that out to this year?
None.
Over under 100.
No one deserved it.
No one. No one.
That's actually crazy. I didn't even think of that. I mean, the live cut is an interesting thing.
Yeah,
so
it's great.
Like, did you guys do like I know Piv does the live cut during games. Like, did you guys do the live cut years before?
No, never had before.
So I didn't even know that like live cut was like a thing. So like it's the beginning of the year, and I'm like, I've got like one of my interns on board. I'm like, yeah, like you can clip highlights during the year. I'm telling them, I'm like, yeah, so like like the QuickTime player, like you could screen record. And I don't know if like Gabby found out about that, and she's like, what are you doing? She's like, you can just like do it right on live cut. And I'm like, yeah, I've never used live cut. So like I go on to live cut and I'm like, this is like the easiest thing ever.
It's so easy. The one thing clipping your game, because Finder, do you clip
the whole year?
I didn't hear what you said. You cut out, man. You sounded like me on an away broadcast in Worcester.
Was that me? Did I cut out?
Yeah. It was like it sounded like Piver's robot voice.
I was just jabbering about live cut. It's a great feature, but can you imagine if I had my intern doing QuickTime screen record for the whole year?
No.
So Finder, where you like rewind on FloHockey.
yeah.
Finder, you can clip. Do you clip yourself right during the game?
Yeah, like about a half the time I am, half the time I'll have someone helping me out. But yeah, like last night when we were in Cincinnati, I was clipping myself.
So and you're also trimming highlights. So
yeah, exactly.
So the thing is, because for a good highlight, you have to make sure like the audio ends at a certain point. So what I've been doing is I've been setting like little markers for myself mentally. Like if I'll finish the call and I'll look up at the scoreboard. You sure you want to give these
tricks away? You sure you want to give this away? Is this?
Yeah, without subscription, we're giving them away.
Yeah, sans subscription for free.
Yeah, keep going.
So
sorry to cut you off.
As I finish the call, I'll say like, oh, Thunder score. There's with 4:22 to go in the first period, and as I look up, I see the scoreboard, and that's obviously what's coming through on our FloHockey feed, and I'll see like someone in a certain position on the bench. So I know that's where the call finished because I obviously can't hear the call on live cut as I'm editing it during the game. So I'll just remember where exactly that person is on the screen, and then that's where I'll end the clip.
Dude, this guy, visual guy. Like,
yeah, visual.
That's smart.
Big visual learner. I'm just guessing that if it cuts me off, I'm just like,
that is what it is.
So
yeah,
my favorite too, because I like, I'm playing we're all, a lot of us. I got to play the commercials too through iTunes, and what I noticed on my board, since I'm using the same thing, is a lot of times like live cut triggers the audio back on. So I have to be really careful because a lot of times, like, live cut triggers the audio back on. So I have to be really careful because a lot of times it'll be like, all right, we'll take a commercial, and after this word from Steinway Orthopedic Clinic in the Heartland, whatever. And I send it to break, and then I hit play, and then for some reason on my laptop, it like makes live cut audio go. So all of a sudden you're just listening to me double talk like over myself and stuff. So it's been a work in progress, but live cut is a tremendous source for those around the ECHL. I love it. And I haven't been quite as visual as Piver. I'm more of a, I just know where it's going to end.
You guys should send out like a poll, like with this clip, and be like, how many other people in the league are going to start doing this? Like, dude, you're a trendsetter.
I know.
That's great.
Yeah. Like that's a great technique.
That's the first thing I thought of.
We can all fill out an Excel document that tells us exactly how you do it and go from there. So yeah. Here's the other thing, guys.
Geographically.
We played Cincinnati last night, and their two goaltenders, well, they have three on the roster, but their two active goaltenders were Angus Redmond and Sean Bonner. They have a combined 25 professional teams played for over the course of their career. We're the least experienced team in the league. We've had games this year where we haven't even had guys on our team that have played for 20. Like our entire lineup hadn't played for 25 combined teams. Entire lineup.
Isn't Redmond a former Growler and Bonner a former Thunder? Sean Bonner, didn't he play in Adirondack?
Not a Thunder.
Wichita Thunder.
Sean Bonner, didn't he play in the North? I'm looking this up.
I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, the number of track jackets that these guys
he does work for the team. Oh, yeah, right?
No, I don't think he's ever played.
He never played
Sean
for
Bonner. Atlanta, Providence.
The pride of the Atlanta Gladiators.
Why did I think he was in Adirondack? Yeah, I don't know. Just edit that out. That's fine.
All right, that's fine. We
don't make any edits.
He played in Atlanta in 1920. We played them. That's why I got confused. I think we played you guys like the week after or something.
Atlanta's pretty close to Adirondack.
I'm just gonna shut up.
Alphabetically, yeah.
Glens Falls, Gas, South Arena, both G's. It's easy. You're not a very visual guy.
So, do you guys want to know a fun ECHL fact? Or
what is it?
More so Adirondack Thunder this year. If the season ended today, the Thunder would be the oldest team in ECHL history. Like average age-wise? Yeah. Really? I was finding my way through elite prospects the other day. I just wanted to know, because we have a lot of older guys on our team this year, and I wanted to see what the average age was around the league. And we're in first. We are 27.9 years old. What are you saying?
Did you hear me or did I cut out?
I cut out,
didn't I?
Yeah.
Cut out.
I threw my hands up. I said, can I guess the average age?
Oh.
If I guess 27.9, would that be correct?
Yeah.
That is correct.
That is correct.
What is that, Billy Madison? Yeah, Billy Madison.
Yeah. But 27.9.
That's a nice little tidbit.
Yeah, at the season, and I was looking, and the ECHL, as you go back years, there's a 1 year where like the average age is 24. That's the oldest team. It's crazy.
Really? See, I would have said it would have been the other way around. I would have said the league was older, probably like 10 years ago. I think it's gotten younger.
I would have thought the same thing. But
you guys know better than me. Like you've been around longer than me. But
that's very nice to give you the vet status. The only thing I was thinking about was like because there's so many, like, how guys say like rookie move or vet move, like, you save a little bit of like lunch over for like, your pregame meal if you order too much, but you get it at a good, like, that's a vet move, I saved it, vet move. Or like rookie move, you don't do that. So I'm just thinking like the number of vet moves on Adirondack, it must just be the biggest brain team in the world over there, just constantly out vetting each other. With vet moves. That's all I've been thinking about.
Guys are great with per diem and team meals. Great.
How many vets you got, Piv? How many vets is Adirondack?
So technically we have 4, but we have another one on IR.
You can only have 4.
So we have 5, but one's on IR, so it doesn't count towards. But we also have Colin Long, who played 9 years over in Europe, but hasn't didn't play in the qualifying pro leagues.
Qualify as the vet.
Yeah. So we have a couple guys who are 30 plus or whatever, but hey, we're an older group.
We've had one the majority of the year. Smotherman. We've got Butler back now, so that'd be 2.
Go look up Smotherman in 17-18. He was really good for Manchester. I think he scored like
he
14
had like a
goals, including the
point per game. Oh, against Reading. Yeah.
against Reading, because then they swept us out of the playoffs. You can go look at the first 3 box scores from the playoff series against them. Single overtime, late and single over.
Oh, it was
double overtime. Yeah, all OT. The first 3 games. Then the last game was like a 3-0 final, but they scored 2 empty netters with like a minute to go. So it was really like a 1-0 game. It was like insane.
Man,
and then you guys beat them. I think the next round. Piver.
We beat them in 6 games.
Triple overtime. Matthew Brodeur.
Yeah. We played with
in front of the packed house. That crowd was going nuts when Brodeur scored that goal. They were so mad.
Yeah, and Manch. We played with 5 defensemen that game, and we had a forward who was sat on the bench for all 6 periods because he was hurt, just to give the illusion that he was healthy.
Yeah,
what a series!
Grocery stick in it. Love it.
What a series!
Love the grocery stick.
That's good. So you guys use them as like a decoy, just to like put on the line sheet that you had like.
And he ended up sitting on the bench for 3 periods plus 3 more periods in overtime.
Did he know going into the game like that was going to be his role?
Yeah, he took warm-ups. He couldn't play. He was hurt.
What was it? You don't have to say his name. What was his injury? Like a
lower body injury. He doesn't play. It was Connor Riley. He's retired, but he I think it was a lower body injury.
It was just like a little neck. It wasn't like he had like a broken leg where he's like, you guys got like a guy with a broken leg taking warm-ups. He goes out for warm-ups. He doesn't even go onto the ice. He just goes right to the bench and sits on the bench because he's got a cast on his right leg.
He did a couple of laps during warm-up, and like he couldn't do it. He couldn't skate. He just sat on the bench for 6 periods. But we needed to give the illusion that we're a healthy team.
That's hysterical.
That's a good idea. He could go serve penalties. Like that's a thing, Like you can.
Oh yeah, too many men on the ice.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
Yeah, that's your call. You just got to crawl across, and you're all good.
That's heads up hockey.
That's a vet move.
That's a vet move.
Before we wrap up here, I saw ECHL alum Everett Fitzhugh this past weekend at the world's most famous arena as the Kraken were in town playing the Rangers. And let me tell you something. Being in the NHL for Everett Fitzhugh, he has the easiest job on planet Earth. It's unbelievable. The guy, he doesn't do PR anymore. He doesn't do anything else. He shows up, calls the game. And by calls the game, I mean he has a pregame show that begins 30 minutes before.
That he doesn't even do.
He does the open for it, then sends it back to the studio. And then they come back to him like 10 minutes later to do keys of the game. He does that, goes back to the studio, doesn't get it back until the puck drops. He has
like literally national anthem over, and it's like, we're back here.
Yeah, 3 immediate timeouts.
He doesn't have to put
intermissions, nothing.
He goes.
He wasn't downstairs in the MSG control room figuring out the wiring for the MSG network stream.
No,
you're kidding me. You're kidding me.
End of the period. Period ends. Horn sounds. We're gonna send it back to the studio. Sends it back to the studio, and he tells them how much time is left on the clock, so he can get it back just as the second period begins.
That's unreal.
It was unbelievable. I was like, "This is your job." Like he threw his headset off and just sat back like this. I was like,
I guess give us kind of like an insight. Well, I mean, he deserved it. He earned it.
I'm not saying he paid his
dues. Yeah, I know. But what's he doing during intermissions then? Like, give us kind of the inside scoop. So if he's just like, is he like eating popcorn? Like,
he's doing nothing.
I bet like the press up there at MSG, it's got to be astonishing. Like the food spread up there.
So with COVID, it was a boxed lunch, boxed meal.
Oh,
which I was a little upset about, but I also wasn't taking advantage of any of the stuff. I was just around to say hi. He was doing nothing, and then the game ends, and it was a tough game for them to lose. They tied the game with a minute left, and then the Rangers scored with 30 seconds left to take the lead. So I think the game ended at like 3:40. It was an afternoon game, 3:45. The game ended. They had a 4:15 bus. So their post-game show, they literally just talked about the game for like 5 minutes and then wrapped it up. And he was done. And plus, he has an engineer. The guy doesn't have to pack up his own equipment. He doesn't bring equipment. Because every NHL rink has gear for you. And he has an engineer. And it sounded...
Wait, so he didn't... Wait, one more thing. He didn't do live cut during the game for the Kraken?
No.
No.
Man. He gets fits. He's up there. He's like watching. He's like Donato skating by the Rangers bench. All right, cut right here. All right, we're gonna start the clip right here.
No,
please tell me he at least had Photoshop up on his computer of the in game in between period graphics. Please tell me that he at least had that up.
Guess how many outlets he took up?
1.
2.
2 is the answer.
2. I'd go 2. His
phone
computer
and
phone.
Yeah. Phone and laptop. Which you could make one, just plug your phone into your laptop. But I mean, if you have it, like, might as well go nuts. But we love Everett, and
so in other words, he's doing well. He's doing well.
Yeah, and he hopped on the plane right after for a 47-minute flight to Boston from New York City.
You mean wait? So after all of this, he didn't have to be on the bus for 5 hours and sit on the Major Deegan or whatever it's called.
You're telling me he didn't have a soggy Philly cheesesteak on the bus back?
From Roadrunner?
He didn't. Wait! You're telling me he didn't have to put the money in the coffee cup either? This is just crazy to me.
No, he got right back on the plane and flew to Boston. He was there in, I think, less than an hour.
He didn't have the popcorn chicken from Glens Falls.
Is that what you go with?
Stuff though. Todd, isn't the popcorn Todd? You
Pod?
Like our equipment manager? Todd or Pod? You like the popcorn chicken from Adirondack, right? He can't hear. Open the window. He's yeah. I'm in the training room right now. This will be a good
little live look.
Todd, do you like the popcorn chicken from Adirondack, right? Yeah, that was all right. Yeah, he goes, yeah, that's all right. Thanks,
yeah,
Todd.
we heard.
Is that from Southeast?
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Is that from Southeast?
I didn't know if the headphone.
Brooklyn. I think it's Brooklyn Pizza this year.
Yeah. I loved Southeast. Oh man, the buffalo chicken subs from Southeast were my jam.
I don't mind the Reading Philly cheesesteak on the way home from Reading.
I messed up we were coming back New Year's Eve. I had the chicken one because I was having a lot of red meat or like steak and stuff, so I wanted to switch it up. Bad mistake.
Yeah. In Worcester, I get mozzarella sticks
from Roadrunner.
Yeah, that's my go-to.
Finer, we got Chick-fil-A on Sunday. Just FYI, if you want to make the journey
on Sunday.
I think it's Sunday. Saturday? Maybe?
No, it can't be Sunday.
It better be Saturday. It better be Saturday.
Oh yeah, it's not Sunday. Sorry. All right, Saturday or Friday.
And we normally
we had to do an audible. Listen to this. We had to do an audible. So on Saturday when we couldn't have fans, like every restaurant was closed. Like I don't even remember what I ate. But everything.
Really.
Everything. Wow, it's crazy.
Because the place we were gonna do, like they were like, oh yeah, we can do it, we can make it work. And then like last minute, they're like, oh, like sorry, unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to make it. So we ended up having to get the we ordered like I don't know how many, like 15 maybe hot and readies from Little Caesars.
Nice.
Yeah, be thankful you weren't there for that one.
I don't mind Little Caesars. I think it's one of the better of the pizza chains.
I mean, I mucked it down. Like I crushed like 4 chicken bacon ranch slices. But I was feeling it during the game.
That's fine.
Well, yeah, those first 5 minutes when you were bending over to try to adjust the FloHockey wires, you were dealing with.
You were dangling by your legs in the production room.
the hot and readies and the Cintrons and Celsius and 4 cups of coffee was probably not a. Dude, Cintrons are back. Were you here, dude? They're back.
They're back.
Yeah, dude. We just have we have 10 pallets outside. They'll be ready for you. We have the white ones and the red cans too.
Sweet. Our equipment manager, Alex Mann, loves the Cintrons. Oh, he's very excited.
We'll make sure we'll get a good supply of Cintrons for you guys.
I appreciate that. What's on the menu for next weekend? Do you know yet?
I don't know yet. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know yet. I don't even know what's on the menu.
It's my birthday weekend, so you better. Is
it really? What day is your birthday? Saturday or Sunday?
Friday.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure you get on the video board.
We're off Friday, so I have a Friday off. It's my birthday.
Yeah, but Saturday I'll make sure. You guys come Saturday or Friday?
Saturday, day of the game.
Okay. I'll make sure you get on the video board.
Appreciate it. As long as I don't have to take my shirt off like Tom Matthews did.
Spray painted abs.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was the first time we ever went to Worcester, by the way, when I was with Reading. We're driving into town off the highway there. And it's the billboard, and the guys were like, "Well, hell, are we?" It's like one of our first road trips.
You didn't get they didn't get Eric up on that?
No, he was on the back of the equipment truck. You remember that?
Yeah.
Tom was. Have you seen that, Cam?
Dude, it's still on there. There's a Pepsi truck that drives around that's still on there. It's hilarious.
And it's Tom.
Citizen journalist Tom Matthews.
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh.
Good. We normally, by the way, just we got to wrap it up here. But
yeah, I got to get to the Jimmy John's. I haven't eaten yet today.
Oh, great. We normally just give out stalks of corn.
This was wait, I didn't. I thought you guys wanted me on for like 5 minutes to just talk about the weather, and 47 minutes later, this is like a full episode.
It is a full episode.
Okay.
We made sure we owe it. That's how we draw people in. We just deceive them. That's the
I thought it was
show
like
slogan.
I thought you guys were like had someone already on, and then we're just gonna do like you were gonna put like this 5-minute segment in, but
you wouldn't stop talking. I mean, you just wouldn't shut up.
Yeah,
the problem is you had to repeat yourself 12 times because your internet kept coming.
Yeah, I have tough internet down here.
Yeah, without subscription either. I mean,
and he's frozen. Well, that will do it for another episode.
On this for eating our athletic trainers, M&Ms. Like, let's go.
Okay. Got a hotspot in you. Why don't you?
All right, that will do it for another episode of Coastin.
Oh, we're still going.
We're trying to wrap it up. Talking.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That does it for another episode of Coastin here on FloHockey TV. Cam Maguire, thanks for joining us. David Fine, as always. Stay warm and be safe.
Oh, yeah.
We'll catch you next time. I'm Evan Pivnik. Enjoy the rest of your week.